In fact, I think that's almost the definition of a side hustle, is something that is more fun, more interesting, and more exciting than your regular job. Cal Banyan, we know that you're really serious. You like to create these full-time hypnotists so they can earn a professional income. But what do you think of it as a side hustle? Well, side hustle. At first, I'm thinking, what's a side hustle? And I don't like the word hustle, but I do like multiple sources of income. So the question is really, what do you think of hypnosis and hypnotherapy done right as a way of adding income? Because these days, people with inflation and all the things that are going on, they're looking for that additional security, and it doesn't hurt if they're doing something fun. I had a friend once, and what he wanted to do as a side hustle was deliver newspapers out of his van at 3 o'clock in the morning. That doesn't sound good. What sounds good? A lot better, and that is to actually become an excellent hypnotist or hypnotherapist and be able to help people succeed when everything else has failed. Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful if you had a side hustle that is even more satisfying than your job? It would be one of the greatest investments you ever could. Some people, they want a side hustle for variety. Like, let's say they're an engineer and they love being an engineer, or they're a nurse and they love being a nurse, or maybe they're a musician and they love musician, but they've heard this thing: variety is the spice of life. And so they want to have a more interesting life. Or, you could just have just any kind of work that you do, but you have this lingering interest about hypnosis in the back of your mind. And you think, wow, could I do that and make some money? Well, yes, there's lots and lots of people in the 5-Path International Association of Hypnosis Professionals that have another profession and add hypnosis and hypnotherapy as an adjunct or a side hustle. More and more people are looking for variety and additional income. Check. Did you know that the beginning hypnotist, depending where you live, makes $100, $150 an hour? And then once you're established, that goes up to $250 an hour. Then if you ever decide to really become serious, I know hypnotists that I've trained, 5-Path certified hypnotists that are making $500, $600 an hour and even more. So yes, that's a really good side hustle. Some things are resistant to good and bad times, like bars and taverns. What's nice about a side hustle is if it is resistant to good times and bad times. For example, I don't know who was joking to me one time. He says, I should have became a bar owner, talking about him, because when times are good, people party. And when times are bad, people party. So, and that's the way it is with hypnotists. When things are doing really well, you're going to get lots of people because there's lots of money floating around, and people are thinking about, how do I go from good to great? But when things are bad and people are experiencing stress and frustration, then they start looking for alternatives in their life. They think about, how can I become more effective? How can I have less stress in my life? The good thing about hypnotherapy, doing hypnosis work as a side hustle, is that it's resistant to good times and bad times. Ooh, but here's the deal. Right here it says, even if it's a side hustle, you need to be good. That's right, because hypnotists, we thrive on reputation and word of mouth. Reputation and word of mouth. In the beginning, you might do some Google AdWords or Facebook, or do some Yelp stuff, get you rolling, right? But as soon as you start actually getting results, clients have the ability to tell their mother, father, sister, brother, cousin. And another thing that makes this really good as a side hustle is you can do it out of your home, because just about everybody's got their interweb deal, right? And everybody's got a phone, a tablet, a PC or Mac, and you probably do too. That means you already have everything you need business-wise to get started. Now, if you really want to do that, I recommend my certification course on how to do hypnosis sessions online professionally. The National Guild of Hypnotists standards of practice are based on that course. All right, let's see. Here's another thing. Even if it's a side hustle, you need support. Even if it's a side hustle, you don't want to be the lonely hypnotist who's trying to figure it out all by yourself. When you go through my training or 5-Path IHP training, what happens is you become part of a group of hypnotists, some of the best in the world, an active, helpful group of hypnotists. And they have an online group where everybody gets their questions answered, usually within hours, if not minutes. And if somebody doesn't answer it right away, then I find out and then I go in there and I answer it because I want to make sure that you guys succeed. Long time ago, I figured out that my success comes from your success. All right. So you need to be good. And then as you're doing it, you might decide, hey, I might turn this side hustle into my real thing, into my main job. In fact, I want to have a career in this. With the 5-Path IHP and my training, what you're able to do is go into advanced training. You don't need advanced training to be a great hypnotist, but there's going to come a point where you go, gee, I'm feeling like I'm ready for another step. I believe I can get better. I believe I'm worth investing in. It's natural for people to want to become better at what they do. So there's additional optional advanced trainings that you can have, training programs that you can get and study in your home or in a live class. We have our symposium every year, so you can get together with other hypnotists that you might only know from the group or from our journal or the other things that we have to support you. What does Cal Banyan think of hypnosis as a side hustle? Really, really good compared to anything else, I think. And it's a side hustle that is fun, interesting, growth experience, self-satisfying, and could become, if you want to, a very well-paying full-time professional income that you can do out of your home, or you can do it out of your office, or like me, a combination of doing it at home. Like right now, don't tell anybody, but that's a picture of my office in the background. I'm doing this out of my home office. And tomorrow I've got sessions that are face-to-face in my physical brick and mortar office and also online. So I'll just switch from seeing the person that day in my office to seeing them online. What a wonderful world we live in. If you got any comments or questions about hypnosis, about the hypnosis profession, or you can think of another reason, oh, I like this, another reason why hypnotherapy might be just a very, very good option as a side hustle, leave it below. And in the meantime, go to calbanyan.com. My entire course schedule and your ability to contact me for sessions online or in person are right there. So that's it. Cal Banyan signing off.